Leave Nation, happy Wednesday. We're doing it. Wednesday is my project day, so I have the whole day completely open to focus on whatever I want to focus on. And I like it. I like having a day of total freedom and allows me to be creative. Most of the time in the morning, I'm trying to figure out a strategy and how I want to spend my day and in analytics and data. And then in the afternoon, I pick what is the creative project I want to work on. So right now, I'm working on my book, the promotion, the launch, the sequence. I've connected with 10 pretty influential people and asking them to read a section in the book. So we have videos to be able to use in marketing. And the afternoon, I'm going to spend working on the email autoresponder sequence. So once people buy the book, then things like asking them to leave a review, giving them more value, welcoming people, all that kind of stuff. So morning is usually spent in introvert mode and data and analytics and just strategy. And afternoon is spent in creation, art, if that's writing or making videos or even doing lives like this. This is my break. This is my transition. You're getting me out of data analytics mode, and after this, I'm going into creation art mode. And so I like it. I've been playing around with my schedule, and I'm a fan. So I'm here, try to answer some questions, give some love. Let me know what questions you guys have. Put it down below, and I'll do my best to answer them as we go. Jean, welcome. Antonio, Ludmila, Darami, Karina, Lee John. Hey, I sent you a DM yesterday or the day before, Lee John. Jared, Greg, Sahil, I love it. Melissa, Shannon, Professor Gaines. Look at that. Professor Gaines. What a name. I love it. What's up, Evan? Yeah, put your questions below. I'll do my best to answer them, see how I can bring you value on my break. And then it's time to get into creation mode. Time to write some, I'm going to get deep into email writing copy. Priyanka in the house saying hi everyone. Welcome. I got it, dude. All right, I like it. Yeah, every day I try to send video DMs to people who've left some good comments on my posts. So they're usually pretty simple. It's just hey John, thank you for the love. Appreciate the comment you left on my Instagram post, and just wanted to make a video to cheer you on. Believe something like that, right? Just 8 to 15 seconds, super quick, and it makes a big difference. It makes a big difference. Feels good for me to try to recognize people in my community, but it also usually makes a big difference to the people receiving the message, because most people never end up messaging their followers. So we're going to keep doing it. All right, what do we got? Question time. Karina, how are you staying in business during this time? I'm focusing on what I can do, right? You either focus on what the problems are or you focus on what you can do. And so I'm staying informed, just checking updates on what's going on. Although I haven't checked in 2 days, kind of death count or situation in Canada. But I check in every now and then, and most of the time I'm focused on what can I do. So I'm not speaking, right? I can't tour. I can't go on podcasts that require in person. So all the stuff that I would normally be doing right now for my book, I can't do. My dance business is closed down completely because you can't do dancing in social isolation, right? At least salsa dancing. So what can we do? So I'm doubling down on my online stuff. I'm doing Instagram lives every day. I'm making more content. I'm trying to improve all the content that I'm working on. With TDS, my dance business, we're recruiting new instructors. We're refining our material. We're doing IG lives and YouTube videos. What can you do with what you have? That's always going to be at the heart of entrepreneurship, at the heart of successful entrepreneurship, is not thinking about what you don't have, because you never have enough. You never have enough. I know I don't have enough. You never have enough. Asking why don't I have enough is never the question. Focusing on the problems is never the question. It's thinking, what can I do with what I do have? It's always the path to victory. Franklin wants to. Franklin del Rosario. Let's bring him in and see what he's got. See who's got to share with us today. Waiting on Franklin. There he is.
Hello.
Hello, Franklin. Hello, Franklin. All right, we lost him. Franklin, I think your connection was a little down, but thank you for joining in for 5 seconds. Appreciate you, man. Looks like you're having some fun on that couch. Was excited to answer your questions. Anyway, okay, let's get to more questions. Chi Fruz. Wow, did I butcher that name? Chi Fruz. How do you plan your day? So morning routine, pretty much every day. Saturday is an exception. I don't typically do the whole morning routine on Saturday, but morning routine every day. Then different days, different things. So Monday is mentoring day. Spend the whole day mentoring my team. Tuesday is YouTube day. Morning, strategy, ideas, analytics. Afternoon, creating videos. Wednesday is project day. Again, morning, strategy, analytics, ideas. Afternoon is creation. So this afternoon, I'm going to be working on an email sequence campaign, me writing it up after I did the strategy this morning. Thursday is public facing day. So it's interviews, hangouts, podcasts, Skype calls all day long to promote the brand. I get asked to be a guest on people's shows. Friday is CEO day. So things to build my business, bigger ideas to grow the company. Saturday is fun day. Normally I'll plan a full day with my wife and plan a new food to go eat and some festival or something to go to. Now there's nothing to plan. So we just try to have fun, here, whether it's like I'm on a puzzle table here. So whether it's doing a puzzle or just something fun with the wife. And then Sunday is family admin day where it's Costco and laundry and cleaning up the condo and that kind of stuff. Family admin day, good times. And then I repeat. And so I like having a pressure of a deadline to say, I have to get this done, right? So my YouTube videos, I had to get them done yesterday. If I don't get them done, there's no other time to do it. So you don't allow yourself to procrastinate because there's a fixed timeline to get it done on that day. 2, it allows you to stay in the same energy zone. So all I have to worry about today is working on my project. I'm not thinking about interviews. I'm not thinking about my YouTube videos. I'm not thinking about anything else. Just able to focus on that one thing and keeps me in that energy zone. And then 3, which goes overlooked a lot, is you get to miss it, right? Like I'm not going to make another YouTube video until next Tuesday. And so even though yesterday was crazy, I start to miss it, right? Today I don't miss it. I don't need to do a YouTube video. I just did a whole bunch yesterday. But come Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's like, I haven't done a video in a while. Kind of missed it. And so I miss the work every day. I miss what I'm about to do. It's like I'm excited to get back into it as opposed to just being in it 24/7 and feeling overwhelmed. Anyway, that's how I plan my days. What else? Lee John 1112. Hey, mate, I'm thinking in investing into new business. I'm worried about this time. Is it worth it? If you're going to invest into a business, you're going to start something, you have to just have such a deep passion and love for it. It's the most common rule for success. If you look at all the people that I profiled, it's the number one thing that comes up over and over and over and over again. If you're just thinking about it, and if the equation is in your head, I don't know if the time is going to be worth it. Nina in the house, I don't know if the time is going to be worth it. Then it's not. You're thinking too much. You don't feel it enough. That's the problem. Big decisions with the heart, my guy. Small ones with the head. You're thinking about it too much. You don't feel it enough. That's not the business for you. There might be a business for you, but not this one. If all you're thinking about is how much time it's going to take, you're in the wrong business. What do we got? Creator Source Studios. How do you suggest getting an interview show off the ground? Bring on people who you personally want to learn from. Turn it into a coaching session for you. Don't ask them questions that you already know the answer to. And that's a fantastic start. And then consistency. Every day, have a new guest that you're bringing on. That's how you get a new interview show off the ground. How do you get motivated during this period? Understand that your purpose comes from your pain, that whatever you struggled with, lots of people are struggling with now, and they need you, especially now. They need you, right? Like now is the time to be a leader and step up. It's a call to arms. The people who are struggling, they need somebody to listen to and rally around, and you could be that person for what you've gone through. There's a lot of people who are struggling right now, and they've got nobody to look to. And this is a choice. It's a choice to either be overwhelmed and feel like it's impossible and shut down and complain and escape and watch Netflix all day. It's a choice. Or you could choose to say, I'm going to be a leader. at least for yourself, right? Self-leadership, but then a leader for your family, a leader for the people around you, a leader for the community at large, a leader for your audience if you're trying to build something bigger, leader for your team, your customers. It's a choice that you're going to be a leader and not feel overwhelmed. And that's what I think about. I need to be a leader for myself, for my family, for you guys, for Believe Nation, for all the entrepreneurs that I want to help. And that's what gets me up every day, going to work and working on my content and my business. Let's see. Miriam wants to join in live. All right, let's bring in Miriam. Miriam Zubari. I hope I pronounced that okay. Let's see what she's got. All right, Miriam. We're waiting on Miriam. What do we got? Miriam Zubari. No, not working. I don't know. Instagram's not working properly. All right, that's okay. We'll keep going. More questions. More questions. My wife, Nina Carmichael, writes loves. Believe Nation loves you back, Nina. Believe Nation loves you back. Nina, see, having a spouse who supports what you're doing is so important, guys. Okay. The Happy Venture. Recommendations for my YouTube channel, building in the first 3 to 6 months for promoting. One, I'd be looking at doing at least one piece of content every week. I'd be trying to move to 3 times a week, and I'd love for you to be a daily, but daily often freaks people out when they're first getting started. So at least once a week with the goal to get to 3 times a week. I'd be looking at making similar videos that can thread, so that if they watch one video, they want to watch another, and they watch another. So if they watch one top 10, they're going to watch another top 10, another top 10. So if you're making a video on marketing, then you make another video on marketing, like a series on marketing. So it's easy to dive deep. Just like if you're going to watch, for other people watching Netflix right now, you discover some new show. If you like episode 1, you want to watch 2, 3, 4, 5, and before you know it, you're 18 episodes deep and you have to watch the whole, series. Make that, but in a positive way for your channel, where it's education, right? So I watch one video and then I want to watch the next one, the next one, the next one. So you're creating content along the lines of different themes. Don't get too discouraged with the lack of progress at the beginning. People often post a couple videos, don't see instant results, and then get discouraged and give up. Understand that every video that you put up is a chance for your old catalog to get discovered as well. So if you've been releasing content for 3 weeks and you have 9 videos up, for example, your 10th video that you're releasing now, even though those other videos only have 4 views or 20 views or 100 views, your 10th video now, whoever watches that has the ability to go and watch the other 9 that are in your archive. So every time you release a new video, it's a chance to win people over with your catalog. That's why YouTube is so powerful. That's why it's the best social media platform to be on, because your content lives forever. And so every piece of content you put up becomes this extra promotion engine for you. But it's the hardest to get off the ground compared to other channels. And then I'd be looking at, once I get 10 pieces of content up, to if you have an email newsletter list, to let people know you started a new channel, here are some videos that could be really valuable. I'd be looking at, can you put if you have any kind of sequence in place, that you can then add the videos to. So, I have an email newsletter and I'll send out messages, once or twice a week. And if there's a video on my channel that's related to the message I'm putting up, I'll link to it at the bottom. So think about your sales cycles, think about your customers, think about anybody who's in any kind of email sequence of yours right now, and think about how can my videos fit into these, especially if it's an autoresponder sequence, so that it's every time somebody new signs up, right? So if I have my book, for example, I'm about to write this afternoon my email sequence to my book. If part of that was to link to some video, if I had a video talking about the book, right, then if I put that in my email autoresponder sequence, then anytime somebody new came into the sequence, they'll get that video on day 4 or whenever I want to put it in there, right? So you set it up once, and then that video is getting views to your audience every time somebody new pops into your sequence. So that's how I would start. Good luck. Okay, let's try bringing one more person and see if we can get this to work. Natalia del Reggio. Oh wait, it said I invited my wife. Natalia is not my wife. Why did I invite Nina? Nina declined. Wow. Okay. Sorry, Nina. I clicked on the wrong person. That's weird. Okay, let's try. Natalia. We're going to try to bring in Natalia. Natalia del Reggio. Reggio. No, del Reggio. Wow. Let's see if I got that right.
Evan, hi.
There she is.
I just woke up. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
You just woke up. Wait, where are you? Where are you from?
I'm from California.
Okay, this is a late start to our day here, Natalia.
I know. Oh my god, I watched your videos for so long. So I have a question. So we know that whenever we talk about like being the greatest in our field and stuff, like the Kobe Bryants, a lot of the time, like you sacrifice time with friends, you sacrifice time with family, you know, like to have that sort of focus. And I was watching one of your videos on him last night, and he touched upon like, you know, if you want to be one of the greats, oftentimes some of your friendships, your relationships might suffer for that. And I wanted to ask you, what is your take on that, on having friends that maybe don't understand or get offended whenever your brain just goes and goes and goes and you want to be focused, but somebody who's not, you know, wanting that in life doesn't get that? How do you navigate that?
So I think first it starts with you and understanding how much time with your friends do you need?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to hit the camera because I just woke up.
It's okay.
Sorry.
How much time with your friends do you need? Like, do you need to see them every day? Do you need to talk to them on the phone? Do you need to be in a Facebook group? Do you want to meet people once a week, once a month? Like your version of balance is what only you can decide on. So for me, it's very low. Like I don't need to be with friends. I don't really have tons of friends. I connect with people through the work. And from a just social aspect, as long as I have my wife, I'm good. Like social isolation right now I'm fine. Like I got my wife. If she wasn't here, that'd be a problem. But as long as I have my wife, as an introvert, this is super easy for me. But that may not be for you, and it may not be for anybody else watching, listening. So how much time do you need to spend with people is the first thing that you need to figure out, right? Next is figuring out the right people. So if people are upset by your talking about business, or they're unhappy with your level of ambition, those probably are not the right people for you. And just because you went to high school or university with them doesn't mean that you should necessarily still be friends now. Right?
Well, what if it's even like, you know, these are good people, but it's just like, but they just don't, because it's not necessarily a bad people thing. It's, you don't want to sacrifice, you know, in life, like an important thing is like having relationships with good people. And I don't know. I just think it's kind of difficult. I mean, it is a lonely life whenever you're working, and it really takes that. I think it does. Yeah.
Well,
I think it's the same thing.
Yeah. Like how much time do you need to spend just chit chatting with people?
Yeah.
And just not talking about business and decompressing. For me, it's very little.
Yeah.
I just don't need it. And so I built my life around it. But for you, maybe there's a component, but it's other people's desire might outstrip yours. Other people might get unhappy if you're not talking to them every week or not hanging out every week. And that's probably not going to be a great relationship because you want different things. So it's...
Oh, no, that's really good. That's really good. Yeah, I really appreciate that.
And it's not that they're bad people. If they were bad people, it'd be easy. If somebody was telling you, hey, you suck, I hate you, never, you know, it's that's an easy one to let go of. It's the people who you know are good, and maybe you used to get along a lot more, but for whatever reason now you've grown. Yeah. And they haven't grown, or they've grown in a different direction. And so you're in a relationship out of convenience because you used to get along in school, but now you're not in school, or now you've moved, or you know you've changed as a person. So it's an honest conversation. It's like, hey, I just, this is where I'm at right now. And I think ultimately you'll get more satisfaction from different friends, because if you're leaving every conversation feeling guilty or unhappy or questioning, and it's suppressing your ability to actually live the life that you want to live. As opposed to finding friends who love this about you, who love that you're ambitious, who love that you're chasing your things down, who'd be happy to brainstorm ideas with you, who are fine if you go a month without seeing them because you're head down in work. Right? It doesn't mean that you have to go all in Kobe Bryant crazy, you know, or even me, like I'm on a super extreme where I don't need to see my friends. If we're working on a project together, I might be talking to them every day. And if we're not, I may not talk to them for 3 months. And when we connect, it's back to normal. You may need a little bit more than that. Or maybe you're even weirder. And you're just like, hey, I can go a year without seeing, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's not judging yourself for it. It's understanding this is who I am. This is the life that I want to build. And instead of you kind of acquiescing in working on trying to bend into their life, it's about building your life and attracting the people who love that about you. And you haven't given yourself the permission to actually live the life you want because you're worried about your friends and their opinions and expectations.
Oh no, that's great. That's great. That's great. Oh, thank you. I've been thinking about that because I'm like, you know, as leaders, you know, what we do, like, you don't want to sacrifice a good life. But no, I agree. I agree completely. If that's what a good life is to you, then that's what it is. And that's that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, what is a good life to you? And to Kobe, it was going all in on his work. And like Dwayne Johnson sleeps 5 hours a night and works out 4 hours a day when he's doing movies. And I think that's crazy. But I don't look like Dwayne Johnson, right? But that's his balance. Like he needs to be in the gym working out 4 hours a day. He's not the same if he's not. And so what does balance look like for you? And then unabashedly go after it without you're not trying to put anybody down or say you suck and I don't want you in my life. You're not criticizing anybody else, but you're building a life that you want for yourself.
Yeah. Oh no, I love it. Thank you.
All right.
Evan.
Good luck. And no more waking up at 11:30 in the morning.
I know. Thanks. Bye.
You have more time for friends.
I do. Oh my gosh. All right. Bye.
All right. Take care. Much love.
Bye.
It's amazing. All right. Okay. We're running short on time. Let's get to a couple more quick ones. Let's go. Miriam. Hey, Miriam. I tried to bring you in. Did you experience failures? How did you deal with them? Always. I experience failures every day. I think it's fantastic. You should be failing more. Just a lot of small failures. You know, I think I don't know how many times I've failed. I'm looking at thumbnails for my YouTube channel, for example. We split test. We've done 1,800. No, we've done more. We've done 2,000 something split tests. And we do another 3,000 this year. And a good chunk of them don't work. It's like I'm constantly failing. What you want to try to do is make your failures micro. What happens too often is you put so much on this one thing working, like this has to work exactly like this, and if it doesn't, I'm a failure. And it rarely will work out like you think it's going to work out. If you look at anybody who's had success, their idea at the beginning is not the idea they end up with. They pivot, they change, they move, they adjust, right? And so expect a lot of micro failures. Just don't make it a macro failure, right? I want to start a t-shirt business. Great. So don't go out and take a $20,000 loan against your house to buy X thousands of t-shirts. And it has to be this one specific design. And then you sell 2 of them. And then the rest are sitting in your mom's basement. Now you have this huge mortgage on your house, right? Like, don't do that. But smaller failures every single day. And then you learn and adjust and you get better and you grow. When you can do that, when you can learn to do the smaller micro failures, what happens is you don't attach it to me. You don't attach it to myself. You don't attach it to you, like that you are a failure. You just failed, but it doesn't mean that you are a failure. And that's an important distinction, because if you woke up thinking I'm a failure, I'm not going to win at anything, then guess what? You're right. But if you wake up expecting to do lots of micro failures, but knowing that through those micro failures, you're going to get some wins. I fail way more than I win, but I get some wins. And net, I'm winning. Long term, I'm winning, right? And building everything that I'm trying to build, right? Long term, I'm winning, but every day I'm failing. And so just because you failed doesn't make you a failure. You got to get back up and keep doing it. All of your heroes failed way more than they won. And that's partly why you love them. And so remind yourself of that. Go off and fail some more today and adjust, and then you win. Whew, guys, 2:30. I gotta go. I gotta make some emails. I gotta write some copy. I gotta do my email sequences. Appreciate you. Thank you for the break. I'll do it again tomorrow here on IG, or if you join me tonight on Twitch, twitch.tv/BelieveTeam. I'm going live, I think, at either 6:30 or 7, somewhere in there, p.m. Eastern. Come ask your questions. We have a longer format there. It's usually an hour and a half to 2 hours, so you can come ask some questions. Twitch.tv/BelieveTeam. Much love. Have a great Wednesday. Believe, and I'll see you soon.